Nagla-live ako ha. Okay. Go lang. I mean, bakit? Okay. Dami ang gur. Okay? Okay. Ganun ba yun? Dami ang gur. Whoops. We gotta turn off this thing. Okay. Hello. Hello. Ano yung mamdami? I keep hearing that word. It sounds offensive. It sounds really, really offensive. Huh? Okay. Is my audio not working? Hello? Is my audio not working? Oops. Hello. Hello. Is my mic not working? Hello. Okay, hopefully it's okay. I think. Right? How would I know if my mic is not working? What the fuck? Okay, it's working. We're gonna continue today because earlier we did some missions, right? we did some missions earlier. Earlier we did some missions that were probably gonna earn us a little bit of money along the way. Hold on, I'm just testing my hang on, I'm just fixing my thing here, making sure you guys can hear me even though I'm far away. Probably gonna turn down Kerbal Space Program because as I was listening to the stream earlier, the volume was fucking blown out. Let's see what I said I was gonna clear out this thing. We're gonna continue doing that, but before we proceed, okay, so we're gonna continue our journey here. Hold on. I do want to make sure that I do this properly because hang on guys, I'm just checking my thing here. I'm just gonna play music in the background while I play because I can't handle this game in silence sometimes. We're gonna put on some very slight music in my ear here. You guys are not gonna hear it, but you guys are gonna hear me rambling on about this this game. So this game has taken over my life so far. I said I was gonna start doing a review for Cyberpunk, but it's just taking me quite some time to just think about the game. Reason for that is because it's a very, I would say, it's not a really deep philosophical game, but it just takes time to think about. Because I still have like conflicting opinions about the game. And I don't really know how to feel about it, I'll be honest with you. Just because of the way it ends, for the main story at least. I thought the hang on, sorry, I'm gonna replace this with non-science stuff. We're gonna name this one C, just as a commercial type. Let me lower this music. But yeah, the game is just, it's not too deep to think about. The Phantom Liberty expansion pack was like the craziest storyline ever. It was kind of short, I'll be honest. Thinking about it, like there wasn't much into the game. Just yeah, basically it. I'm looking for the cargo. There we go. This is what we need. I don't know for some reason why this thing is like uneven, but looking at it from this angle, I think it's supposed to be that way. Yeah, it's supposed to be this way for some reason. And we're gonna take out the antenna. We don't really need that. We're gonna mount a couple of parachutes. Oh, this one's actually a pretty big parachute. Diameter, full deployment altitude. I still have no idea what some of these do. I'll have to research some of these. Okay, we'll go for that. And then we'll do the same sort of like idea with the other one. We're gonna try to dissipate as much heat as we can using these radiators. I'm gonna double them up like that. And make sure the center of gravity isn't too far down. The way I do that is by just simply adding this one. Adding a little bit more of that. And then pulling everything else down towards here. Okay, now we go for the coupling. This one, decoupler, there we go. Is that the right one? I have no idea if that's the right one. How's the arrow? Oh, wow, that is really low. We probably need a little bit more lower drag. If we replace this with a bigger fin, will it help? Probably should. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. Maybe if we do this one. Doesn't really do anything, but oh, maybe I can add. Oh, okay, it doesn't do anything. I'll be honest with you. We can add one more like this, and then one more right here. Okay, that significantly helps it out a little bit more. So this is the concept here. This is the... We'll add 2 stages for the parachute here. Decoupling stage. Oh, it doesn't. The heat shield doesn't have a thing. But this is the Type C of our Vinglet. And we're gonna bring people into the sky. We can probably bring on some scientists aboard, just to do some science stuff. But we don't really want to do that right now. What we want to do is add some utilities. I'm just trying to remember what else we need. I think we're pretty much good here on this end. I'm gonna mark this as gray orange. Just because the color looks nice. Solid fuel. We got about... Oh. That's not enough thrust, by the way. Did I lower it this one? No, I didn't. Okay, I guess this one's enough. We're not really gonna go for an orbital flight here. We just want something that will help us slow down when we get to the orbit. So we're gonna hit save here. Make sure our action groups are all set here. Okay, we're just gonna finish this one, and then we're gonna look into more science stuff, see what else we can research in our endeavor here, and then we can call it quits for today. But because we don't really need anything else, as of this moment. So should probably revert again. Sorry, we need to turn it the other way because it's much easier to control the ship when you're going to the direction, like it's easier to control it sideways rather than to the opposite way, or perpendicular to where you want to go. So we're gonna start this at this direction so that we can traverse a little bit east. So there's something to keep in mind too. We're gonna full throttle, and then we're gonna launch to space in 3, 2, 1. Should probably add just a tad bit more yeah, I should probably add just a little bit more like struts along the solid boosters, because whenever they launch they're kind of wobbly, so that's kind of a problem. We do need to solve that, and we don't want it to be too wobbly. So we're gonna slowly make our ascend here. There we go. Honestly, we didn't really need this stage right here. We only needed this one stage to bring us up into surface. But we can actually just turn it down to like 75, because we don't really need to go orbital here. We can turn a bit sideways now, or we can turn a bit like that towards. Oh wow, looks like we still got plenty of budget here. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of this one because we don't really need to go into orbit right now. So we're just gonna get rid of this stage and launch our other thruster here. So this thruster is mainly used to do some maneuver. It's just a swivel engine here. So this is gonna help us slow down our orbit a little bit when we get to it. Bakit? Huh? We're gonna lock into our prograde here as we do our ascend. We are gonna slow down a little bit, which is not ideal. Actually, yeah, we are descending quite a bit, but we are in a perfect orbit right now, or in a perfect trajectory right now. So let's turn towards the retrograde and let's start burning lower, just so that we can reduce our speed. We don't really want to come in too fast into the atmosphere here, so we don't want to slow down as well. So we're gonna make our way back into the atmosphere. Actually, I'm pretty sure with this like setup, I think I can get to the moon, to the MUN. Actually, it's what it's called, not moon. There's just 3 or 4 science thing that I need to finish. I'm probably gonna have to use the plane for that. Okay, there we go. Our ascent is a little bit too fast, so we're gonna slow it down. Actually, we could have landed with this kind of setup. I mean, we could do like a SpaceX thing where we can do a landing with this type of rocket. Well, we're gonna get rid of this one because we don't really need it now. Since we have entered the atmosphere, we are still gonna try to slow down our descent here to about 500, and then we can get rid of this this thing. So we're about 90k. We're gonna let it say goodbye to that, and then we're just gonna deploy our first set of chute here, and also we're gonna deploy this one. This one's about to deploy about 1,000. I'm gonna let this one deploy at around 2,000. These two will deploy at around actually. Oh. This one was supposed to deploy much earlier than these two. Okay, so these two are actually a lot more resistant at a higher, yeah, there it is, 2,500. So it might be a good idea to have these at the top. So that's something to keep in mind. We're about to slowly descend and call this one a mission success. And then we're gonna do this temperature study. Just for these 4 sites. So the challenge is getting the ship, not the aircraft to land. So that's one of the hurdles that I'm having when playing this game, is I'm just having trouble with fucking landing the aircraft, and it's a huge pain. I'll be honest with you. It's not really a thing. Okay, we did that. Now that we're done with that, we can go to the space hangar and get ourselves the Thorn door. We're gonna just load it up. There's nothing we can really change. Oh, actually, there's something I do want to change, which is the aerodynamics. The reason why it's kind of wobbly is because this one is too far. So what we want to do here is probably push something forward or backwards a little bit. Oh. We're gonna turn off snap here. Just turn on the aerodynamic overlay. So we want to move this a little bit closer to the front. Yeah, that's the only problem I have with this one, because it's gonna do that. Maybe if I push this one a little bit more forward. This one too. I think I can push this one. No, nothing. Affects nothing at all. Okay. And then the thrust should be just right on the money, right on the center of gravity. There we go. Okay, so this should help us a little bit. Let's change the directions for these, or lower these gear, or these wheels right here, and this one we're gonna lower as much as we can. We can probably lower it a little bit more. We're just gonna make another variant of this one. We're gonna turn this one up a little bit. Just about, I think 9 is kind of like the go-to number here. And then we're gonna open this one. How much parts can we put in? Oh, we've hit the limit pretty much. We can keep that as is right now, and then we're gonna fly towards the nodes over at the just over north of the runway here. So we're gonna track them. We're gonna go activate the navigation for these one, and then we're gonna launch. So in theory, this should control a lot better now. Now that we have the lift, center of lift, slightly behind the center of gravity, so this should help us lift off right at 60. Yep, there we go. Perfect. There we go. already does feel like it's a lot more stable. It's still dipping down just a tad bit, which is fine. We're gonna maintain this speed right here, just because we want to land as soon as possible too. And then we're gonna cut the engine here. Where is this place? Is it over the ocean? No, I don't think so. Probably around here though. I'm gonna turn up the speed here a little bit. Make sure that we are flying as slow as possible. Well, let me turn down the speed. Put the engine right there. Uh-oh. 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 Did we land? Yep. Nope, we didn't. Okay, that was bad. Hold on. Bakit, baby?